KDP. So this is the thing that everyone wants to know about. You had Richard Hart saying that Pulsechain is going to be out within 1 to 3 weeks on an interview that was released yesterday. So everyone thinks that's 1 to 3 weeks from yesterday. Testnet v3 is going to be released. But it turns out that this was actually probably from an interview around the time of the Hex conference, is from my understanding. One, because of the background, and two, that's what people in the comment section are saying. So people are like saying it's no big deal. It's no big deal. But on the other hand, now that we're 3-4 weeks, we're over 3 weeks away from the Hex conference when this interview occurred, doesn't that mean that we're closer? Like maybe the Pulsechain launch is going to be within the next couple of days because that time period has passed. So maybe people shouldn't be upset. Maybe people should be even more bullish. But at the same time, Richard Hart also says this doesn't really mean anything, this time frame. It's probably not going to be accurate. But he said 1 to 3 weeks, and that's passed now. So you should be even happier. Because if he said it now, then you'd have to wait 1 to 3 weeks. But now that he said it 3 weeks ago, Pulsechain should be here shortly. But regardless, it's probably not going to be here. Based on what he released, the pictures, the screenshots, whatever that he released, people are estimating that everything that needs to be done for testnet v3 will probably be done February, March. So let's say testnet v3 February or March. But yeah, that was really that for the latest Pulsechain updates. We could play it if you guys want. Just remove this. Stop screen. Present. Share screen. Chrome tab.
Well, the status is quite simply, we're basically done refactoring all the integers to fit our larger by, I think, 1 million X supply over Ethereum, which blew out most of the storage slots. So, we were happy to launch with, I think, Geth and Prism as our primary clients for consensus and execution. However, we discovered that the most popular and good block explorer requires Lighthouse and Aragon. And so we also had to do all the integer expansions for Lighthouse and Aragon. And so probably we're going to be supporting 4 clients off the bat. Those 4: Prism, Lighthouse, Aragon, Geth. And so they just finished the expansion for the slots on Aragon and Lighthouse.
Mm-hmm.
And that will allow us to launch public V3.
So when is that going to happen?
All of my time estimates are useless. They're all garbage.
Ballpark or a range?
Weeks, 3 weeks.
Oh, okay.
I guess
not like 6 months.
Could be next week.
Not 12 months.
I mean, this shit is like, in my opinion, very close to launch. But caveat: every time estimate I've ever had has been wrong.
Okay.
And I've been warning about that forever because, my devs give me estimates and then they're wrong, and then I give you estimate and then I'm wrong because they're wrong. I don't really have any estimate of my own. I mean, I guess this isn't from devs. This one is from me. I'm just guessing this one.
No, listen, I like that. You're talking to a guy who has a roadmap, and I'm wrong by a couple months, and people eat me out. Oh, sorry, that's bad.
Yeah, dude, always. Like, it's
Eat me out.
you're not gonna see software launched on time. That's not something that happens. It just never happens.
Exactly.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So we said maybe 2 weeks ago, 1 to 3 weeks. So maybe people should be more bullish than him saying yesterday, 1 to 3 weeks. But at the same time, he said that the time estimate is useless. So, but also another thing to take out from that, from the people that think it's ready. He's just waiting to for the bottom of the market. He's waiting for 11K. It's obviously not ready. He's giving updates on things that have happened and things that need to happen. Unless you want to say he's lying about all that, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. So I think that takes care of he has it already. He's just waiting for the bottom argument. I think that's ridiculous. And I've been saying that for a while. So yeah, that's everything as far as that. Next up, we have our main story, which is the U.S. Senator's resolution to encourages capital gift shops to accept cryptocurrency. So it was for a different day, but didn't end up getting around to that. So figured not much going on. May as well cover it today. But before that, just remember, you can schedule a free one-on-one today at furufinance.com. Just schedule your free call. Link in the chat. But let's just go take a look at what you guys are saying. Before we go to our featured story, 27 watching. If you're enjoying the show, please like and subscribe to the channel. But Pulsechain is around the corner. The price sentiment will depend on how well Bitcoin and Ethereum are doing. For now, there are over 30 million USD of stablecoins plus ETH, which are sitting in addresses that hold hex. They might use this spare ammo to get p-hex. That's a great point. To get e-hex, maybe. But yeah, I'm not going to read this, but it's actually pretty funny. And for all those women out there saying that they're talking to a dev, and people mentioned this before, for all the women out there saying that they're talking to a dev, it's like many of them are very good looking, and I think they're going to try and want to maybe lead you on to things that aren't necessarily true because they just want to talk to you and maybe get other things out of you that we don't have to talk about. But yeah, that's funny as it relates to that. And there's a lot of money in stable coins, and they're probably not waiting to get p-hex. I hope they're not, because if they get I think it would be a bad decision, because if you get e-hex, then you get p-hex as well. So if you get e-hex now, you get p-hex as well. If you wait till p-hex launches, then you only get p-hex. So I think they're probably waiting till Pulsechain launch gets closer. That was another thing we talked about during the one-on-one, which you could book today at furufinance.com, which was that if you just wait to buy p-hex, I doubt it's going to be pennies on the dollar to e-hex. So you're taking a very big risk, because even if p-hex is cheaper, is it going to be, it might be cheaper than e-hex, but is it saying even if p-hex is, let's say, cheaper, how much cheaper is it going to be? And what's the price of e-hex going to be then compared to now? So the price of e-hex might be considerably higher. So you would have missed out on those mad gains. And not only is the price going to be higher, but you are getting p-hex now. So once Pulsechain launches, you're only getting p-hex if you buy p-hex. And I doubt it's going to be that much cheaper, because if it's that much cheaper, then everybody's going to buy it. And then it won't be that much cheaper. So maybe it'll be a little bit cheaper, but you're probably going to miss out on considerable gains from the run-up before the launch, if that makes sense. But yeah, no, that's some interesting stuff. And then we got